Hello, friends. This is Giuliano, and we are Thursday, 17th March, 2022, and I'd like to share with you a Bitcoin price chart update, potential dump update, wave C update. What are we on? Let's take a look. I'm going to share the screen, and I want to talk about the large degree, what we're doing here. A couple of options. Either we're completing and we're going higher, it's kind of pink option. We're going to chop and then go higher, but not really make the lows lower, which I consider less likely. Then we've got either a third wave extension on a terminal pattern, and then the fifth wave is less, or some other combination where it breaks down. We have another wave down, another wave up, and another wave down in whatever way that they look, whether one is higher or lower than the other. And then in some cases, there's like, that's why it's brought down here to like this 28,000 level, 27,000 level. There's case and measurement for that move. There's also case and measurement for about 30 or 31. So we can take a look on lower time frames. I also want to bring in here on this weekly time frame. We check Ichimoku cloud here and see what that would mean with Ichimoku cloud. And that's because it is so prevalent right now in the price chart. This is still the terminal impulse wave idea, where in fact this whole C wave would be a form of terminal impulse as that will look, but the fourth wave here would be trading within the one wave and two wave. And also something to note, and we'll look on the lower time frame, is that in fact, as per Neowave, the terminal impulse is in fact not made of, it's a 5-wave impulse move, but it's corrective in nature. It's made of 5 corrective waves, 3 waves. Okay, so in that sense, I will look on the lower time frame. But this is a general idea of what we're looking for. Maybe I guess there's something here in between that isn't drawn out, and that is a bit more of this before we go, which I guess that's more what the pink is as well, unless somehow we get this like super bullish. But otherwise, yeah, it's something like this, which provides a little bit more chop, but then but it doesn't really get all the way to much lower lows, like let's say the 31 level, or which is around here. Anyway, so there you go. Let's take a look lower time frames. And then Bollinger Band, just to play around, it's there. So that's less of a intrusion. So let's relieve ourselves of Ichimoku for now. We're going to move to a lower time frame. Yeah, good. Just visible weeks. So let's go lower time frame. We'll continue saving that. Let's go over to the daily and take a look at this, where we are now. Okay, this is basically the price action of that C wave. So if that's the case, we're still looking at that potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're in a 5 now, being subdivided with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, each of them being made, in fact, also of 3 wave corrections, waves, not impulse waves, for the 1, the 3, and the 5. Okay, just like here, this 1, 3, and now 5 is being made of a 3, of a corrective nature, although the terminal, you could argue, would be called a 5 here. But anyway, that's why this is getting a little bit scrunchy and choppy, and because whatever is happening, there is that sense of termination of this overall pattern. However, okay, here we are here, I'm going to zoom in. Okay, we get this 2 to 4 trend line that's happening, and within this potential terminal pattern here, this 5th wave, red wave, where we have a potential 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if this is a 2, it's retracing. If we're going to start here, then for the 1, it's retracing nearly 99% of the 1 wave. which means the 1 would not be the extended wave, in which case either the 3 or the 5 will extend. If the 5 extends, we won't count that today, but that gives us down to like the 27,000 level. If the 3 extends, that is a little, well, let's take a look. Okay, so, but here we are, you know, we've already interacted with the 2 to 4 trend line and broken it, if this is all accurate. Of course, this is potentially not accurate, so whatever, you know, take it as you will, not financial advice, and grains of salt. Okay, nice healthy balance of sodium and all the other good minerals. So speaking of this terminal impulsive type of move, we are looking to complete an overall C wave, and with that, it's a terminal impulse pattern as the 5th wave of that C wave of a flat pattern potentially. And within that, we have these 5 waves. And now we're looking at a potential 3rd wave here. And I'm just making an ABC as just this idea of a 3. It doesn't have to be ABC and it doesn't have to be a zigzag, but it's generally a 3. And where is this from? We had the 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes to here 5. But that's up for debate. Anyway, floating 3. Okay, so where are we now? We're thinking we made a move down here. Maybe a B wave is involved with this chop here. Interestingly, we did come up here to this level again, not all the way up to this high, but we did come up here, and you'll see, look, Ichimoku, we came back to the Ichimoku levels. Isn't that great? Lovely. I love you so much. Okay, so now also we came back to flirt again with the 2 to 4 trend line. Already we broke it, and so who knows exactly what's happening here yet, but there is some key action here. And when we remove the wave, just to clear it up, and we look here, let's say we start here, this 1 wave, okay, down to here, then it's up here. It is at a higher level than the 2, if this is our 2. And then if this is within our 3 now, we've made maybe an A, and then within the B, we've made, you know, you start to subdivide, right? A, B, C, but that's going to be a different degree. So we're going to go minuet in this labeling. And so there you go. And for this one, we will add the wave. Okay, so you have that ABC, whatever is going to be. Is that the case? Okay, it's possible. And in that case, maybe, well, we'll see how it's going to end up. But there you go. And then we would expect this C wave here down. Okay. And there you go, something like that. Now, where would this C wave be, and how would that be relating to this 3? And is that even what's happening? Wow, who knows? I don't, but we're tracing things, okay? So now, as we trace this out, potential ABC, whatever's happening, it's just like we're making lower highs, okay, than this high. So also it signals weakness of the pattern, because otherwise the B would finish at a higher point than where its own A wave is, right? Okay. And in that case, then we would expect this C wave would be stronger than this A wave, or at least, you know, like at least more than 1-to-1. So we can go here 1-to-1. Oops, that's retrace. Oh, let's show that though. It also could be zigzag style because, you know, or at least strong enough because firstly, yeah, it goes beyond here 61.8, but here it's like where it ends less than 61.8% of the move down. So, and I'm not saying it ends here yet, right? We are just at this like intermediate candle so far, and it's not closed. Of course, we could go higher to levels, and again, yeah, this could all be falsified, right? That's the whole point, is we allow falsifications, but so far it's just playing along very nicely. So here we go, and I'm so glad you're watching along, and I hope you're here, those of you who are watching, and spread it around if you like. Here we go. Thanks for all the comments and the like button touchings. Okay. Now, we have an A, a B, looking for that C. We've been playing with this 2 to 4 trend line, implying, you know, slowing down terminal patterning. Okay, we're trying to get down to here We retraced less than 61.8%, so that could be a zigzag type of move, or at least strong enough move. Plus, we're finishing lower. If this is a constructed B wave here, with the C wave finishing lower than the A wave, then we get this type of move here, where we compare the first A wave here with the C wave starting from where it begins. Let's say it's around here. We don't know exactly yet. And that's 1-to-1 here is at a 33,000 level, 33,800 roughly, okay? So if we were not gonna, if now 161.8 already, if this were gonna be a, you know, extended and strong, then already we're at a 29.8 level, so a 30,000 level. So that's one possibility too. We could like be going all the way down here. Well, let's say something halfway in between, then we're talking like 32K, between 33.8 and 29.8. Let's just be real about this and use a retracement tool here. Retracement tool, there's our 50%, that's around 31.7. So that's a fair deal. So a 31.7. So anything in between there anyway is looking nice for a move down. Okay, and of course, if we're getting a move down, and here's the thing, like who knows, I don't know what's gonna happen, but you know, things are escalating overall. The rhetoric is escalating, the potential is escalating for more chaos and other things. So let's see what's gonna happen. And in the short interim here, the next month or two, it could still chop and be very uncertain. And then all of a sudden, boom, takeoff time. Okay, so let's find out what happens here. This is gonna be awesome. I'm so happy to be here. It's so exciting. Okay, so stick around and try not to get wrecked along with me here. That's all what we're trying to do. But either way, we're just watching and having a good time. So don't get wrecked falling out of your chair with some of the price action we might end up seeing. So yeah, so that Ichimoku cloud comes into play as well as in terms of resistance. And it's nice that it's starting to narrow here, because that means in the future time, it will be easier to break most likely as we start chopping here. So chopping and dropping. All right, so where are we gonna drop? Where are we gonna drop? Roughly these levels. And then we would retrace. Maybe if that's the extended one, no, then we would want it probably longer. But if it, well, if it isn't extended, here's the thing. So then the fourth wave can also retrace a lot, okay? No, wait, what are we saying? Not a lot, maybe like 38.2%, let's say. So if we were gonna do it like that, and we retrace the fourth wave, roughly like 38.2, then we're talking, let's say, where would our fifth wave, oops, undo that. Where would our fifth wave be potentially? And we're gonna go, let's say, so third wave, fifth wave would be, let's say 61.8 of third wave. Let's say 31's around, I mean, third wave's around 31,000. Fourth wave, let's say is around 34, 35,000. And then fifth wave is like 32 would stop it at the same level, around $31,500, $31,600. 61.8 would bring it down to the 29. So either way, we have all of these potential price relationships that could bring our price action down to these levels, regardless of where exactly it is. But the zone, I mean, it has to be big. I mean, how let's cast a bit of a wide net, because everything is so uncertain and we don't really know, and I'm not super clear myself. Yeah, but it's totally plausible. But I get the sense that we do it in a, I don't know. I'm just keep going back and forth because I'm looking back here and now I start to wonder about this whole thing. That's why, like, my personal favor is higher within the 30 range. So I'll leave it there, but of course there could be wicks down. And again, on the weekly chart, that I think it favors wicks more than candle closing. So in terms of candle closing, like if this is a 30,000, and let's just enable this on the weekly. And we go just for a second over to the weekly. Yeah, okay, so there you go. It's already within our little squiggly. So something like that, and yeah, anyway, that's what it is. It doesn't have to be a big wick. you know, yeah, maybe some of them get huge. Okay, so there you go. Let's find out what happens. It's gonna be awesome. Maybe not. Maybe it's just gonna churn lower and interact more with the 2 to 4 trend line. Let's just slide in here to 2 to 4 trend line. Let's take you off the weekly again. Okay, so there you go, something along those lines. And also, when we look at this A and this C, if we relate them, let's imagine we had our retracement. Yeah, it can be an ABC, but let's extend the A and the C and take it from the beginning of the C. Yeah, we get that move, and then we'll compare the 1 and the 3. So we take the 1 and compare it to the 3. So a 1-to-1 is so close. Like, that's why there's really good confluence here. The 1618 brings you to a 30,000. Okay, that's the yeah, that's the 1 compared to the 3. This one's the 1 compared to the 3, gives you down to the 28K, and the A compared to the C at a 161.8 brings you to the 30K. So I really like these ideas. They confluence. I like that 30K confluence with the A and the C of this smaller pattern. But again, this is all subjective. Like, it's not pure. Okay, so at that sense, there we are. And then from there, we can look at a 4 and a 5. Also, time-wise, I'm not sure what it would look like, but it seems like I don't know if we need this ABC, whatever, I'll leave it for now. It seems like this, where are we here? Like the 1 time of the 1 compared to the time of the 3. Here's a 161.8. So that's around the 25th of March. So imagine we are like 17th of March and we move into some, what is that? 1 week, in a week from now, let's say, within a week, it's just some catalyst that makes the market sentiment really drop. And, because look, we're already making lower highs. Like, already, it's not the super strongest. We have the Ichimoku cloud resistance. It's ripe for the picking. Let's see what it is. Woo! I'm loving this. I hope you're enjoying it. So that's what that is. Let's find that time frame. That would be fun. Also, interestingly, if we compare, what did I compare there? That was that was comparing the 1 and the 3. I also want to compare this A and the C, and watch this. So we compare the A. So I'm going to go here. Let's just zoom in for you. Okay. Sorry for any confusion. That's difficult to watch. So give me any feedback if you like, if you're still watching this. But this is pretty solid if you ask me. Let's find out how this works. Okay, so here's this 161.8 extension here, or time extension here, when we compare the 1 and this 3 wave. And that's around 25th March. And then we take an extension here of this A wave. Within this 3 wave, we have the ABC type of patterning. So we take the A wave and we compare the C wave. Now, I don't know where it's going to start, but imagine it starts like today, which it ideally could, because watch, the B wave itself would be around, where is it? Here it starts. Would be around 2 to 1. See this 2 to 1 number here? I don't know if you see the number, but this is the 2 of that. It gets confusing with all the lines, but I know what I'm looking at here, and showing. So let's say, for example, we delete this one. Okay, so we've taken the A wave here. See this dot to dot, and then we've connected to extend it at the B wave, and that would be 2 to 1. So it's around that time. Okay, so that would be, this feels like it's decent. And then even if it has to end around this 261.8, that's fine. End around 261.8, because then you still are on the 21st of March and you move down to the 25th, which, remember, 25th is this 161.8, 25th of March, which is the relationship of the 1 to the 3 at a 161.8. So that's an interesting thing. Let's see if any of that plays out, and that's around the 25th of March. So let's see when this type of pattern turns around, but it's probably going to be soon. All right, then we could go lower, but I don't feel like it right now. That's basically the idea. This time frame is pretty good daily. And then from there, I guess that's what we'll take a look. I think we're done with that action. We could also look for more timing and stuff here for the 4 and the 5. But at that point, let's just wait for it to start dropping. Then we can be a bit more forward with that. So there you go. And let's look Bollinger Band. Wow, where's our friend Bollinger Band at the lower end here? 36. Interesting. Well, first thing first, on the Bollinger Band, you have the 20-day moving average. So first you got to break down below the 20-day moving average and get rejected again, even if it gets a chance, before really we can even look for lower moves down here. So that's first things first. Keep an eye on that, okay? As a short-term relationship. Cool. Exciting times. I think that's it for me until where 200 is up there. Yeah. Okay. Done. Good. I feel satisfied. I hope you do too. Oh, fat finger. Okay. Wonderful. We'll leave it off here with the weekly time frame. Let's see. What are we going to do on the Bitcoin price chart? Currently price 41.1, and looking here in the candles, you know, it can end. We're only on the the Thursday, so could be the turnaround day. It often feels like it. Anyway, not that I'm calling for any bearishness or anything like that. Just watching. It's interesting how it has played into this cloud, especially the top level here. Let's see what happens if it goes down towards the bottom level now. As yeah, okay, done for now. My excitement is getting me making strange sounds. So escape that, come out of that, save it, done. Wishing you love, peace, and happiness. Goodbye.